So now what we're going to do is something that is very familiar to us again, but for kind of a different reason. And what we're going to be doing here is that we are going to be generating separate estimated intercepts per school. So we are going to be modeling the within school variation. How are we going to achieve this? Well, we're going to achieve this by just having a dummy variable for each school. This is something that we did before, but for a very different reason. And we justified that before when we were just talking about having a categorical variable and we were interested in whether or not there was an additive or maybe potentially interactive relationship across groups, right? And so we were saying maybe the effect of rank made grants different on salary, right? In the context of academic salaries. So we are going to basically be doing the exact same thing here, but we're just going to tweak it a little bit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to drop the intercept because otherwise all of our factor comparisons for schools are going to be compared to that baseline. And we want to create separate intercepts. And so we're just going to tweak this slightly by first including a factor by school. And we're going to write our equation like this, where now we have J's indicating schools and I's that are in brackets mean that those individuals are nested within schools. So what we're saying here is that we are going to estimate intercepts that are at the school level, and those individuals are going to be nested within those schools. We're still estimating the effect, right, of gender at the individual level. We are just taking into account the variation that occurs across and within schools. But right now, since it's just intercepts, we are modeling the within school variation right now. So since we're keeping this simple, we're still using the LM function. We are now just adding factor for school here, -1. Again, that's taking out the intercept so that we're not comparing each school to the first school. We're creating separate intercepts, each starting points, right? So we're estimating separate regression lines, technically, for each school with the same additive effect here for gender. So what we can see here is that we still have a net overall positive effect of gender, but you'll notice something interesting that's happening here, right? We can see that we just get estimated scores now since we've removed the intercept, and moreover, we're getting separate intercepts for each school.